Just call it what it is it's a fucking Dookie Boy round. Fucking 5,000% of fucking Dookie Boy round. God damn, what do you need to see to fucking wake up? Does the shit paddle have to slap you right in your fucking face for you to snap out of your stupidity?
So here's how this is going to go down. Again, I'm making a video with absolutely no inspiration, no topic to talk about. I mean, I could talk forever, but no specific topic. But I just know I need to make this video for some reason. Hopefully, I find energy somewhere along the lines to make the motherfucker. But yep, here again, making another YouTube video in the Dookie Boy realm, Groundhog's Day repetition, stagnant realm of going nowhere every day, except in a constant state of unnecessary poverty, war, and misery. Just like, we're still stuck in fucking retard mode consciousness, humanity, aren't we? It's still that low level retard stage. Great. Ugh. Let's keep doing this again. Oh, but it's a growing school. Man, when are these motherfuckers gonna grow? It's like trying to get a rose to grow through concrete up in this motherfucker. When it comes to human consciousness growing, they just stay in a little dumb, stupid boy state permanently from now until the end of fucking eternity, under the guise of it's growing or changing or evolving. Yeah, it's like the only thing that ever changes is more power and control to those that have power and control. More abilities to observe us, more abilities to control us, more abilities to. It just, I grew sick and tired of this slave reality a long time ago. I grew sick and tired of the slave reality a long time ago. I never understood that. The whole monetary system's like bizarre to me. It's like a whole weird system created for people to take advantage of just any situation they could take advantage of. And people do some horrible shit when it comes to money. It's just, it's one of those things, like everything else in reality. It starts out pure. It's like, no, it was a currency used to trade. And it kind of said, I'm worth this much with this. Yeah, but then it became corrupted. Now you got demons in control who are worth this much, who never lift a finger. And seem to go out of their way to corrupt and poison and destroy humanity. So what do we have? Like a god devouring itself? Is it a Lucifer's realm and he hates himself, so he only empowers people that are going to destroy him? Is he trying to commit suicide through people or something? Like, is that what's going on? Like, if you agreed to just go out of your way to fuck this reality up, to poison people, to make people impotent, to spray weird chemicals on people, then man, shit's just gonna work out for you. So, one theory, this is one that I sort of tend to believe, is that like we can call them extra dimensional beings, whatever. You could call them the ones that play this Earth simulation through people. They can completely possess people. They can. What I call the mind virus, when I say these stupid little low level demons, is actually not a stupid low level demon. There are levels to it. And of course there would be. This would be a very primitive technology if there wasn't. But there's levels to it. And the mind virus is actually so powerful. And I don't like giving credit to this thing or saying it's powerful. I think it's a fucking disgust. But anyways, it's a shitty technology or a demon or spirit, negative spirits or disembodied evil entities. I don't know. But the mind virus can go fuck itself. I actually lost my train of thought, so I didn't know what I was going to say next. I said the mind virus can go fuck itself. But let me check that back one sec, guys. That's what I meant to say, guys. The mind virus is very powerful. It's very good at manipulating your own internal framework to make you believe that what it is getting you to think is your thoughts. It's really good at doing that. It's really good at it's funny because if people really, I think, took what I'm saying serious, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that watch this channel that know exactly what I'm talking about. They definitely take it serious, but I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of people that really don't sit there and analyze their own thoughts all the time. And I think that if people truly sat with the mind virus the same way that I have, it would freak them the fuck out. It would bug them out. They wouldn't like it. They would rather just be in ignorance, I think, than deal with that. The mind virus is, so what can it do? It can infiltrate your life, infiltrate everything you do, infiltrate if you're a person that's not supposed to succeed in its realm, you will not succeed, and it'll go out of its way to throw every obstacle in your way. Um, it's it can work through people. If you're trying to get something going, let's say you're a truther trying to get streams going, you're going to constantly have idiots interrupting, trolls fucking with you, people playing roles, people acting crazy, people just, and it's always going to be there. No matter where you go, this mind virus is going to haunt you. Again, I don't like selling fear porn, but it's actually much more powerful than I normally give it credit for. And I feel like I was thinking about this, my not wanting to acknowledge it as powerful has kind of kept me in a state of not talking about its abilities, which is sort of not misleading, but disingenuous. Like, I have to be brutally honest. The truth is, it's very powerful. And uh, sometimes I feel like it's ego. Not I feel like it's absolutely it's ego where I'm speaking down to it. Like, you little fucking pathetic mind virus, you pathetic bottom feeding piece of shit. That's ego. I hate the mind virus because again, if you observe its behavior, it's not a nice guy. The mind virus. It's always it ain't got a nice bone in its body. It's always trying to stir up drama, make you think some nasty. It just like if you could imagine a narcissistic drama queen, that's the mind virus. Like, that's just the best way to describe it. Just, it loves drama, it loves arguments, frustration, conflict, chaos, war, suffering. That's the mind virus. It's just a disgusting, fucking pathetic. It's going to say whatever arouses anger inside of you. Oh, what your old lady said earlier, she really meant, she was talking about this. She was trying to, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that bitch wasn't she? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not you talking to you. That's not you talking to you. How often, think about it like this logically, how often do you talk to you? Actually, I could say all the time that, to be honest. I'm always in my head voice don't shut the fuck up. But actually, it's funny because I think talking to yourself's a very powerful tool. But we're in this reality, we're brainwashed to think that that's crazy. But actually, if there's something you're conflicted about, sit and talk with yourself about it. Like, literally talk to yourself. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you that it's going to help you. If it helps you solve a problem, who cares? If you look crazy for 5 minutes or 10, whatever it takes. But just sit and talk to yourself. Well, what is it about this situation that's bothering you? Well, there's too much suffering, but like, talk to yourself. But anyways, not enough people utilize that tool actually, but there's something very powerful in talking to yourself. There's something very powerful in speaking things into existence too. Um, but anyways, what was this? This about the? I had a topic, didn't I? What was I got on a topic? I can't remember now. That's the way my mind works. I was talking about the mind virus and it being powerful, it being able to work through people. If you're a truther trying to run a stream, expect some agents, expect some conflict creating fucking retards, expect some it don't matter. If you're trying to spread truth in this reality, expect conflict. Oh, I had mentioned in my last video, that's right, in my most recent video, I mentioned that channel I'm subscribed to, Dan Go Thoughts. He had what I call a mind virus conflict creating fucking dodo bird on his channel. And she called in and she was pretending very well to be kind and sweet, but was just constant. he actually has a lot more patience than I do for that's for damn sure. Like I said, if I was running a stream and somebody got on there acting a goddamn fool and every word out of their mouth was some stupidity shit, I'd be okay, my man. I've had about enough of this conversation. See you later. Click the fuck up out of here. I'm not gonna play that game, but he endured a lot, I'll say, because like I was annoyed with this. And I was like, bro, I gotta read the comments on this shit. I gotta read the comments because there's no way I'm the only one annoyed with this lady that called in. But lo and behold, I definitely wasn't the only one. It was funny. Actually, the comments were hilarious. I was never really like a comment reader person. I would always just watch the video, and if I wanted to leave a comment, I'd leave a comment. But I never really like read comments. I mean, a lot of times I would see the top comment, but reading comments is hilarious, honestly. Sometimes the comments in the videos is more entertaining than the fucking video itself. I'm not a reader. I'm not a reader. And I'm not a reader of like large, like I think I do good with small comments. Like on comment replies, I would prefer smaller comments. But again, when we talk about deep, complicated subjects, you can't always just have like a one sentence thing. But it's very difficult for me. And again, I don't know if it's ADD, OCD. I don't know. I don't know if any of these mental disorders actually even fucking exist. But I do know that I struggle with like a large comment or a large email or a large uh, comment on or whatever. I struggle with that. I really do. It's like I'm a get to the point type of guy. I don't know, when it comes to communication, I'm a get to the point type of guy. It's like, come on, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this conversation. Like, fuck all this woohoo bullshit. Like everybody's heard this a million times already. Everybody's heard this conversation a million times already. Anyways, a lot of truthers in quotes, you know, they got it all figured out, baby, don't they? They got it all figured out, man. Don't nobody got it figured out. And if they tell you they got it figured out, run the other way. I would put it to you like this: you're intelligent. You're not a fucking retard. How come you don't have it figured out? But somebody that wraps a towel around their head, somebody that puts on a little weird hat, somebody that's got a book, somebody that's got some sort of story to tell you, they got it figured out. But they were thrown into this realm confused the same way you were, with the same amnesia that you had. I mean, they could play a role and say, no, but I'm in tune with the infinite, and I've been having visions since I was 6 years old with the infinite Lord, and then we can go down that rabbit hole of, Meg, should we believe him or not? It's like, man, people play delusions all the time in reality. People play delusions all the time in reality. It's actually quite what used to be bizarre. Now it's just fucking annoying. It's like, come on. But anyways, it's interesting. Humanity's interesting. But yeah, you're gonna listen to one of these retarded ass gurus, and they're gonna tell you some shit. It's like, bro, who's got more intelligence than you do, from your opinion? I'm sure that I could probably name some people that I think are more intelligent than me. I mean, I don't know. But same when it comes to like problem solving, it comes to figure, if you're 20, even 20 years old, and you've been questioning since, let's say, you were 15, 16, what is this place? And in 4 or 5 years, as an intelligent human, you haven't come to the answer. And well, now you're looking at a dude that's 40. He's telling you he hasn't come to the answer. So it's like, at some point, we have to kind of come to this understanding that there is no answer to come to, that there is no special human that's going to have this code figured out. There's no person that's going to be into astrology and actually be able to really tell you how to do shit right. And I mean, they'll be able to say, oh, see, this lined up with this and this lined up with that. But honestly, if you really knew it and analyzed it deeper, you'd realize it also lined up with some other shit too. It's like, so shit lines up all the time. But anyways, I actually think there is something to astrology. Again, I don't know about it. Everybody's going to tell you, this happened on this date and this happened. They were born on this day and they were born on this day. It's like, okay, so what? I mean, you just keep like talking about dates and shit, it seems like. But okay, well, tell me, what can I do with this information? How can we progress with this? Well, everything's scripted. Okay, well, okay, people have been saying it's simulation for years now. Okay, so now what? Well, everything's connected to the stars. Okay, but now what? Well, if you If you get married on this date, it'll work out for you. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about that. What the fuck? If you're into business investments, you should invest on these dates. You're talking reality shit? You're talking about materialism? Like, boy, well, anyway, just like, there's levels to consciousness. There's levels to consciousness. Some people that think they're conscious souls are really just low-level materialistic entities that are unsatisfied with their poor situation in life. Like if you gave them good looks, a big dick, and a big house, and a big car, and a big wife, in a good way, they'd be just fine in the hell realm. They're just unsatisfied sexually. They're unsatisfied financially. Most people are just materialistic, low-level entities. They're not really like these advanced conscious souls yet. I'm hoping and praying and come on, guys, come on, wake up, my friends. It is what it is, man. It's a materialistic universe. You have no choice but to be materialistic within it. So to a degree, I understand having that mentality, but to a degree, I also don't give a fuck about materials or shit like that. It's like a joke to me. It's like that's the net used by the Matrix to catch you. Like it's literally the most primitive. It's food, it's sex, it's whatever grabs low-level meat monkeys. Whatever grabs low-level meat monkeys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speak your truth, Chris. Oh, amen, brother. Yeah. Don't say amen. That's a God from man. Whatever. Who cares? Fuck all these gods. Why are you paying attention to their drama? You just like role playing or something. Like you ain't connected to these fucking entities, and you don't have no direct connection to them or no direct relation to these fucking stories. It's a cartoon, for Christ's sake. It's a fucking cartoon. Don't say that. It's this God. What God? How do you know? Did you hang out with this motherfucker? What if this God's a cool God? What if he came and hung out with you one day and you found out he's actually a fantastic God? He was a cool dude. Or dudette, whatever. Was on men or female, I don't know. Whatever. Would you still say, no, don't do that? I don't know any of these cartoon characters you guys talk about. Even Jesus, I don't know that motherfucker. Oh, he died for our sins and he got nailed to a cross and he was the son of God. I don't know. Okay. What if he was a child sniffer? I don't know anything about that dude. I don't know anything about that dude. But people want to worship him. And I would ask them, does Jesus come off like the type of dude that would want you to grovel at his feet and go, oh, we worship you? No, that's creepy. That's creepy. Nobody would want you to worship them. If there's an entity calling itself God saying, worship me, that's not God. That's some sort of weird, powerful entity, maybe. I mean, we don't know the way the food chain looks in the astral. We don't know exactly where we place at in the astral. We don't know what's tooling around with us. We don't know what trap we're in of what entity or what illusion casting demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. We don't fucking know. The only thing we know for sure is what's observable. Oh, we're in a shithole. Ooh, that sucks. It's a dookie boy around. That's what I know for sure. Oh, this is what's happening, and that's what's happening, and this is the way it looks, and that's the way it looks, and this is the way history went down, that's the way history went. It's like, I don't care. The fuck does it matter to me? It's just another RP story. I don't care. I just don't care about none of this reality anymore. It's become literally like a low-level cartoon that I'm just doing my bidding until I'm out this motherfucker. It's like watching episode 1 of Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, the little corny one where Goku was a baby or young or whatever. It's like watching episode 1 of that for the 3,947th time. It's like, oh, I've had just about enough of the get up and struggle, get up and work, get up and worry, get up and be depressed, get up and be miserable, get up and be broke, get up and be just. And you say, well, it's set up to break you of those things and make you see that materialism doesn't matter. And it's like, Yeah, but the human avatar thing's pre-programmed to feel those things. The human avatar is pre-programmed to feel those things, and you can say I'm broken of it. I don't give a fuck. But I think that that's my nature. I don't know if. I think that's my nature. I don't know if I did any special inner work or sat with myself to become this. I don't care about material. I never gave a fuck about materialistic shit. Again, like maybe if you'd asked me when I was like my early 20s, if like, oh man, but I'll get you this, STI. It's a Subaru. It was a really great Subaru back in the. Anyways, but I'd probably have been like, yeah, or like a Grand National. Whoa, man, that's so cool. But that's about it. I think I like cars. I always liked loud music. Always liked loud music. So I might have a stereo if you run into me, but that's about it. When it comes to like materialism, and you know what's funny? When I'm saying that, I'm not actually beneath the surface. I'm not proud of it. It's a great badge to wear, but I'm actually disappointed because there aren't more superficial things that I'm into. because being here and being all conscious, none of it matters. Really, it's not a great place to live in. To be honest, it's kind of a boring, miserable. It's like, well, now what? All this shit's boring and miserable. None of it matters. You know what I'm saying? It's like I envy motherfuckers that can really just truly enjoy a day on the beach or truly enjoy playing golf or truly enjoy whatever people do. Um, I envy that. I'm not like against it. I wish there was more in life that there was to love. It's a dookie boy realm. There's not anything. Unless you're a creep, unless you're a weirdo, unless you get off on like violence and chaos, man, I got somewhere you can sign up to hang out. It's just like, what if you like peace, prosperity, unity, abundance? Where do I go? What team can he sign up for? Oh, you're shit out of luck, buddy. We're in hell. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Somebody left a comment. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing comment reply videos ever again, but I do see the comments, and someone left a comment saying, shit, it slipped my mind now. What the hell did they say? Sorry, guys. It was there a second ago, and then it was gone. My bad. But anyways, it is what it is. But it might come back to me. It's that time of day. Chris, it's always that time of day when you make a video. It is. Well, it is what it is. I enjoy it. It makes me creative, makes me more talkative. You know what I'm talking about. The old dancing with the Mary Jane. You knew what it was, cuz. Anyways, fuck this reality and its motherfucking mama. I don't fuck both of them at the same time. I don't give a fuck about this shithole reality. And I'm just about at that point where I got no choice. I'm about to just go crazy in this motherfucker. I'm about to lose the script that I thought was Christopher Sedaris and just say, fuck all this beliefs I used to have, all this stupid shit I used to think, all this shit that I thought was important. We're starting new with a whole new personality, baby. Fuck all this little dookie boy realm shit. I can't stand it. It's fucking whack, bro. Really, it's like a bullshit ass. It's a simulation. Okay, what's a shitty one? At least from our perspective, it's this place is stupid. This repetition realm, getting up and going nowhere, except into the pocketbooks of rich billionaires that already have everything. An insatiable greed beast. Oh, give me more. Oh, I need trillions. Oh, give me the world's whole population. Oh. Or I said population, I meant wealth. But the whole world's wealth. Oh, it's still not enough. Make them milk them more. Like, what is wrong with the greed demon? It's like, bro, what's wrong with you? What the fuck? What aspect of God's consciousness is the greed demon? Like, that's a creepy fucking weirdo, boy. an insatiable, just like the gluttony demon. It's insatiable. It's never had enough. You are the nipple these demons feed off of. You think you're gluttonous? No, it's gluttonous. It's the one that calls to you. It's the one that keeps putting that fucking dessert in your mind. It's the one that keeps putting that burger in your mind. It's the one. It ain't you. You're killing yourself for its pleasure. We are the sacrificial avatar batteries for something else to feed off of. We will die. We'll keep feeding ourselves poison. We know it's bad for the avatar. I need my dopamine. If it's not your dopamine fix, you wouldn't poison yourself constantly every day. It's a fucking demon, man. I don't have to call it a demon, a extra dimensional being on a wavelength that we should be fucking looking at. I don't know if it takes a convex lens, whatever, to look into their little wavelength dimension. But there's something feeding off of us, off humanity. Making bad habits. Oh, I keep repeating my bad habits. What is addiction? That makes no sense. Addiction is demonic possession, or what I would call entity attachment. It's a fucking mind virus, bro. It just makes people bad and hurt and destroys them slowly, while something else feeds off of it. And sure, that good feeling passes through you, doesn't it? When you do your little drug or your alcohol or whatever. The good feeling passes through you, but it is fleeting, isn't it? Well, where does it go? Why doesn't the good feeling stay? Because you're the one that creates it. You're not the one feeding off of it. These motherfucking demons are feeding off of it. That's why happiness is fleeting. They feed off the nastiness too. That's why you focus on I got 100 comments, but that one nasty one that said I was fat and ugly, that's what the one I'm going to think about. Huh. You think that that's you constantly putting that negative thought in your mind? Do you want to think about that thought? No, right? You don't. It's actually an annoying, intrusive thought. That's the mind virus. I don't know how else to explain it. There's obviously something fucking with humanity's minds. And it's obvious. And we just hide it under the guise of mental disorders, this and that, and he's just struggling, blah, 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 and he needs this pill and that pill. And it's like, what the fuck? No, there's something else going on that we can't see, for Christ's sakes. Why are we making it? Well, because there's a big giant machine that can profit off all these different mental disorders. Prescribe this, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Conveyor belt drug. We got another one. Man, it don't stop. The greed demon just keeps feeding endlessly. It's disgusting. You demons that control pharmaceutical company fucking demons. There's no words to describe the way that I feel about people like you. I hope you find peace and harmony, and that's all I've got to say to you. If I was ever communicating directly with one of you demons, I hope you find peace and harmony. But, yeah, you're disgusting to me. Anyways, let's profit off of human suffering. Instead of acknowledging that they're dealing with fucking spiritual attacks, let's pump their brains full of drugs that fill our bank accounts and pockets full of money and shut them the fuck up. Literally dumb them down, shrink their brains to the point that they lose cognitive function and they start fucking like dragging their feet. Bro, it's this reality's super dark, bro. It's like super dark. Super fucking dark, to the point that when you reveal it to people, it scares the fuck out of them. Most couples don't want to argue, but they stay arguing. Why? Because they can't get out of their own heads. Why do so many people struggle to sit by themselves in silence? That actually is the cure to writer's block, by the way. If you're an artist, still play your video games, but play them on mute. Still watch your YouTube videos, but play them on mute. Silence is the cure for writer's block. But anyways, if you constantly dopamine fixing, you're not going to need the craving field of your creativity or whatever. Go and stare at a fucking brick wall for 12 hours. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, most people can't even sit by themselves because of the goddamn mind virus. It's like, are you a masochist? No, then why can't you sit by yourself? Well, like Chester said, the meat, this 4 inches of meat between these two ears is not a fucking pleasurable neighborhood. It's not a pleasurable neighborhood. And he must be a masochist then. So his own mind is just going, I hate you. Yeah, suffer. Those people are laughing at you. You're worthless. You're nothing. You're dumb. You're never going to amount to nothing. You're stupid. You're useless. You should just kill yourself. You should kill yourself. I know what the little stupid fucking mind virus says, but he can't sit with himself because that's happening. Well, that's the mind virus. That's not him. He wasn't a masochist. He was tormented by the abuse. He was tormented by the abuse. He had a great voice. Chester Bennington had a fucking amazing voice. He's up there. Just a great voice. I'm not saying he was the greatest singer. I'm saying he had a great voice. But he was a great singer, actually. Great singer. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I would say he was really good. He was a good singer. We'll say he was a good singer. He wasn't gonna fucking, Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey the fucking thing, but that boy could sing. Sad what happened to him. Sad what happened to his homie Chris Cornell too. It's like, weren't both of them making a documentary before they got smoked? Anyways, but yeah. So sorry guys, I kind of just zoned out for a second there. I got lost in the moment thinking about Soundgarden. I've been listening to Soundgarden since I was a little ass kid. Just huh. Well, it is what it is. Life's a bitch. They say the good die young. I think that there's some truth to that. Uh, uh, I don't know. Maybe the good live long too in a miserable existence. Maybe there's some truth to that too. Has anybody gotten to like 60 or 70 and just had a shit hand their whole lives? Yes. The whole crowd, yes. Like, okay, never mind. The good don't just die. They struggle and suffer all the time too. That's not funny, but it is funny. It's a hell. It's a hell. It's a hell realm. Fuck it. Lose your mind. Become a new person. Because the old scripted beliefs you is just dead. This reality is a joke. All the scripts that people sold to me are just corny, bizarre, RP type. Come in the room in robes and incense type, like, oh, look at the shape of his chalice. Oh, it looks like a pine needle or a pine fucking gland. Like, I don't care about this dude's little stupid head or his stupid little wand or his stupid little staff. What the fuck are we talking about? Are we the straw chewing fucking retards? I mean, just humanity's stupid. I wish I could report in with the guys today. Humanity really surprised me. No. Well, okay. If I'm being brutally honest, which I always am, I guess. I don't know why I say all that. It's a Southern thing. I grew up saying it. To be honest with you, to be honest is all the way I always am. So I don't need to say it, but I say it. But the fuck was I saying? I lost my train of thought again. But it is what it is. They're rants, so I can lose my train of thought and go on to some new shit. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's how new is what I'm saying. I'm really just bitching and moaning about how this reality don't make sense, how I know it don't make sense, and pointing out the ways that I know it doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, well, what are we doing here? Are we progressing forward? Is anybody getting better from this? Did anybody get to stage 2 of consciousness evolution? Now, I could speaking from my current perspective. You could say, Chris, you're at like, oh, sorry guys, you could say, Chris, me or you, for all we know, we're at like stage 3, 4, or 5 or something, and we're unaware of it because we're in the stage. We're just experiencing what we're experiencing. We're not like paying attention to evolution of consciousness. But man, it's like I feel like I'm going in circles at this point. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm going in circles at this point. Actually, I've felt like that for a year, 2 years. I don't know how long it's been. But I feel like I'm going in circles. Like, this is a Doogie Boy round. This is a Doogie Boy round. See how obvious it is? Do you see how obvious it is? Okay, okay. You agree with me? You agree with me? Okay, I'm not the only one that's seeing this shit. I'm not the only one seeing this shit. Okay, how many times are we going to repeat this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we progressing towards anything? And if progressing towards anything means, hey, let's all get together and drink the fucking Kool-Aid, this is stupid. This is stupid, and that's a stupid approach, and I just don't understand any of this. I don't think killing all of ourselves is a good idea. But some people would argue against that. And if I'm being brutally honest, I'm just letting people know. I'm just reminding people every time I do it is what I'm really doing. I'm reminding motherfuckers like, but I don't have too many great arguments against what they would be saying to do, because I get on here every day and again in running in circles the last year or two. It's just repeating myself. It's a hell realm. I don't like it. I'm not interested in it. Actually, I get on here arguing for their point. We could take it a step further. I actually get on here arguing for their point every time I make a video the last few years. So it's just like, the reality's hopeless. It's just hopeless. It's like, ugh, it takes all the air out of your sails. It just, I mean, you want to talk about a louche farm? Enter a hopeless state, and you've just literally become the battery for the Matrix. That's why you're exhausted all the time. It's a dark place, man. It's like this reality is actually like a mental war zone. Like, people talk about the shit that they've dealt with. I've been in war. I've been in the trenches. I've been human. That's all you had to say, motherfucker. All anybody has to say, and I don't know, maybe there's some dolled up, you know, fucking 20-year-old little princess that's grew up in a $1 million, or $1 billion mansion and fucking never lifted a finger in her whole life. I don't know. I don't hang out with people like that. I hang out with normal motherfucking people. But maybe there's somebody that exists in reality that could argue back against what I'm saying, but there ain't really that many people. There ain't really that many. If you could find one, it's like, okay, again. And then that's something I can't stand about humanity. We will talk about some, and motherfuckers will argue back against what you're saying or try to dismiss it. It's dismissive of what you're saying. They'll say, oh yeah, but what about this? It's like, yeah, but why are you talking about 0.0001% though? Why would you even bring it up? Well, that's possible. So what are you doing, really? Are you just selling yourself comfort zones every day in the suffering realm that it could get better? It's like, that's stupid. That's dumb to do, isn't it? Man, people, it's funny. And I understand. I actually view my channel. It's funny. While I'm speaking my videos, it kind of helps me focus, to be honest. I'm sort of viewing myself from multiple different perspectives. Like, I'm viewing myself from my viewer's perspective, or how I picture my viewers. I'm viewing myself from my old world perspective, the way I used to see things. And I'm kind of like trying to make sense of both worlds simultaneously. And if I just say it how I feel it on my heart, it's more like reality lately's become like not as real. It just doesn't seem real. Reality does not seem real to me anymore. And you could say, take a step further and say it hasn't felt real in a while. You could say 10 years, maybe longer than that, maybe since the late 90s. I don't know. 20 years now. And I'm just becoming more and more conscious of the feeling of the empty realm. But it's actually got empty a long time ago. It lost its life or soul 10 or 20 years ago. And I think in the last few years, I've become super aware of it, super conscious of actual reality. You could say we're all under attack as well, because there are technologies that affect the mind. Now, if every time some human sits by themselves, there's a voice in their head saying dumb shit, there may be technologies being used against us to do that. There may be a reason why when people go and sit out in nature, they feel at peace. They're away from all these smart screens and smart devices and TVs and cell phones that affect their moods and blah, blah, blah. And nowadays, people go out in the woods and take their fucking cell phone with them to defeat the whole fucking purpose. Like, bro, why'd you take that demon machine with you? But people depend on them. You call it a demon machine, but it was, again, it was something that starts amazing. It's like, oh, but I can communicate with my kid when, she's out driving the car. I have access to her. So there's a beautiful thing there, in instant communication. But then it gets corrupted and it turns into a thing that follows you and listens to you. It's just like, I'm sick of the corruption. I'm sick of the corrupt, the thing that moves into reality and corrupts stuff. Like, just fuck off. Your existence is to just be a nasty, disgusting piece of shit, virus filth. Fuck off, then kill yourself. Then kill you. Actually, somebody could argue that. I was about to say, if I found out I was, and there are people that can argue humanity is a sort of like virus or bacteria, like like a fungus that, that it consumes. Like, oh, that's all I do. My existence, other animals are dying, or plants or vegetables, whatever. Some people say they're sentient, alive, and conscious too. I don't know. They don't scream when you eat them. There aren't like blood flying out into it. But anyways, every day that I go on, something's being devoured and destroyed. It's just like, ugh. I am about what I'm talking about. I am an archon energy. For my energy to continue, I must feed off something else. So then that's being done to me. If it's a micro of the macro, or if the food chain just continues on past where we say it does. Humans are at the top of the food chain. Yeah, they are at the top of the food chain. They're not lying to you, because we're on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't tell you who's eating off the food, whose diet we're a part of, though. Human beings are at the top of the food. Yeah, thanks for letting us know, dickhead. Right above the triangle of the food chain, they should add a picture of like a floating alien, like Archon looking, sucking our souls demon. Humans are at the top of the food chain, and it's that thing's food chain. Yeah, great. Chris, how can you have a humor in such a dark... I don't know, because I'm a fucking Joker archetype. I didn't program who I am. I'm going to be laughing. I told you guys that years ago, too. I told people that shit years ago, too. People, I don't know if they didn't believe me. I said, yo, if we, me and you were standing on the beach, and there was a fucking tidal wave coming that was like 10 miles high, like, we're obviously not going to survive this incident, I'd start laughing. I would start laughing. I know I would. I would start laughing. I would start laughing, bro. And just be like, is this the way? Like, this really how we're gonna top off this cake and shit? This is the cherry on top. Oh, well, I'm sorry, bro. I would have started laughing. I would actually start laughing, bro. I'd just be like, how do you get this like really happening? Oh my god. Oh, well, anyways, dude, it is what it is. It is what it is. What a shithole. It's actually made me a deranged. Whatever, right? I don't even give a fuck no more, to be honest. Like, whatever. Whatever. Cheers, boys and girls. Don't worry, guys. I haven't completely lost my mind. I just some things catch me funny. Even if they're dark and morbid, some things catch me funny, man. But anyways, yeah, it's a Dookie Boy round. Let me see what I got on this motherfucker. Let's see what we got on this bitch. I think I'm only at 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Well, anyways, it felt longer than that, but yeah, this reality's hopeless, depressing, miserable, structured in a shitty way, sort of crafted in a way to cause maximum frustration, chaos, blah blah blah, all that. Uh, that's the real truth. That's the real truth. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody this whole time. This is the message I've been trying to tell everybody this whole time. In a nutshell, this place is corrupted, dark, evil, and gross, and every avenue of it's corrupt, and people are corrupt now, and there seems to be some sort of force or power or technology or alien or extra dimensional being or demon sort of fucking with humanity. You could call it loose, you could call it keeping us under control, you could call it I don't know what you could call it. I'm just calling out what I do know. Human beings are not so dark and sadistic to have organically ended up in a state like this that we're in. This is like a demon in control or something sadistic and evil's in control. So that's unfortunate, but that's what's happening. Again, that's unfortunate. I know. Let me pat you on the back. So I know. We're in hell, buddy. I know. It sucks. But that's what's happening. Uh, a normal human being could call me a madman for saying such a thing, but actually, at this point, I think most normal human beings would even agree with the crazy shit I just said. So, yeah, that was the topic I want to touch on earlier is that there is some sort of human consciousness growth thing happening without question. That slipped my mind was I got to be brutally honest. There's definitely a human consciousness growth thing happening. From my perspective, it looks like it's in molasses. It's stuck in glue, and I don't know if that's the technologies, the chemtrails, the whatever being used against us. The EMFs, the power lines are all cooking us. And blah, blah, blah. It's like I don't know if it's all that keeping us in a low state, and we're supposed to be evolving in this moment, and something's just working against us. But it is happening, but it's happening very slowly. And it's just annoying and boring to sit in this reality every day as a conscious soul around a bunch of mostly unconscious souls. And I have people to talk to. Not everybody has that. I'm thankful for that. Sometimes I think that's like one of my worst fears. Not having anybody in life to talk to. That's a sad state to be in. If you're in that state, I'm sorry for your situation, especially if you're conscious. I'm super sorry. You don't deserve that. Give me one sec, guys. But yeah, anyways, back to it. So, what the hell was I talking about? That slipped my mind again. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is, baby. But anyways, yeah, it's a Christopher Sedaris rant. I don't know, man. It comes out the way it comes out, but uh, I I wish there was something more I could do. I wish that there was something more I could do for myself, for humanity, for my family. I just wish there was something more I could do to truly help people. And there really isn't. Like the closest I could get to being a healer in reality is being worth a bunch of money and paying for somebody's surgery or something that saves their life. I was like, that's the closest I could get to doing something great and amazing. Does that sound like a positive realm to you guys? Like just from a basic, like what can I do positive here? You can go and you can give money to the poor. It's like if we were in a positive realm, there wouldn't be poor. If we were in a positive realm, there wouldn't be money. It's like, what is there that I could do? Oh, that was something else that slipped my mind. If you want to use my material, um, you're more than welcome. Or my thoughts or ideas. This is what I slipped my mind. The comment. Uh, Somebody left a comment saying that I'm going to take your idea. Take it. I don't care. I'm just here to provide, and that's it. And that's what happens. But anyways, and now what I was talking about slipped my mind. But honestly, I hate when things slip my mind. So if I can retouch on them, I'd rather regain the previous thought than stay on the current thought. Because odds are I might be able to get the current thought, but I'm not going to be able to fucking remember the one I forgot again. It is what it is. I sort of understand why people don't do like streaming or just like off the top of your head types of videos, because I didn't realize that that's really is a trait, I guess you could say, that people have, like the ability to speak. Some people literally can't do that. Like there's which makes no sense to my mind, because I guess you could say I'm naturally at it. I just do it naturally. It's easy for me. I don't have to think about it. I guess I do sometimes because my thought slips my mind or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I can just freestyle with it. But people can't. There are some people that they freeze up, they stutter, they're like and they like literally can't uh, communicate. It's like, what the fuck? Why? What's going? Why? I can't understand it, but maybe there's things about me that they can't understand. They may not be great at communicating, but maybe they're great at finances in life and making good business deals and shit I'm not into. And they look at me like, man, shit, why are you over there struggling? You're fucking not too good at life, They could be looking at me like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just for I never realized that that's a gift, to be able to talk to people or communicate your thoughts. Just a stream of thought, I guess. It's a gift. Be glad you got it if you got it. Not everybody can do that. Believe it or not, not everybody can do it. It's literally a gift. It's like having a great athletic ability at basketball, or a great, I don't know, whatever people are into. Like, what was that? There was a card game that was super popular. I always try to say it, but I can't. Oh, yeah. Pokemon. Isn't that what that's what I'm thinking? I almost said Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. There was like a super popular card game. I don't know if it was Pokemon. Maybe it was Pokemon. That everybody was into for years, man. Like a fucking decade. I think people are still into it. I mean, I don't know, but it was Pokemon where motherfuckers were running around and shit, wasn't it? And they're like trying to catch pets in real life. That was Pokemon, wasn't it? And they used the Asian company that developed that game used that game, and they would put certain rare Pokemon in certain areas that they hadn't mapped out yet, and get people to run there on foot. And people were literally mapping out our area for them. Isn't that crazy? They're selling the information back to like I don't know, the Asian CIA or whatever the fuck it is. This reality is crazy. Like when you really, that's why I say all the time, like, dude, when you really look at reality, you'll start laughing. Or I will start laughing. I mean, it's like, this is a joke. This is some sort of twisted, cosmic, sick fucking joke. It's a joke. It's like, what? Well, anyways, the reality doesn't make sense. The way it's happening, the way it's all keeps going that way, it's just like, no, that's impossible. In a real reality, that's not possible. It's like, well, anyways, fuck this reality, a real reality. Well, what does that even mean? I don't think I've ever experienced such a thing. Or I did at one point, now I'm in the shithole one. When was I asleep and these motherfuckers took my body and put me in the damn shit? You put me in the damn simulation. Some alien made its mind up about my existence. It's like, we will give them immortality. It's like, bro, I didn't even ask for it. I'm in their little machine. It's like, we will freeze its body and keep its consciousness alive in the simulation forever. secretly the humans, they think they're giving them immortality, but really they're just powering their ship. They're feeding off the Lucia, the fucking bodies they promised to give eternal life to keep their ships running and all their little loosh injections or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I love pondering that kind of shit, but yeah, they did, bro. They fucking. I remember when I was a kid, I was terrified of being alien abducted because we actually had quite a few UFO incidents in my family. One even like followed the car home one time and had a plasma one right out here, right out front. All my nephews were there. Had a plasma event. You could call it a shooting star, but that thing was like some weird plasma ball. It didn't even look like real. It looked like some high definition, like fucking. I don't know what it was, but anyways, had a bunch of the UFO right out here when my buddies lived over here. A bunch of different situations, but um, actually looking back on my life, when I had told that situation about where that cop like turned into a lizard and got in my fucking face and got all weird looking and deformed looking, fucking but looking back, I was looking back the other day. I was like, man, actually, I had quite a few incidents in my life that were just bizarre or didn't make sense. Now there was this one time, and I don't know how the guy did it, but I seen it clear as day. This is before I needed glasses. I was probably 9, 10 years old, and we were being little brats. We were hanging out on the dirt road, and a car was like a what is it like? I know the look of the fucking car. I can't remember the name of it though. It's like just a big square, 4 door, big square back end boat car. One of those. What the hell is it called? I just can't get that. I'm usually really good with cars, but I just can't think of this one. But but anyways, we threw pebbles. My buddy Sean had this like long ass fucking driveway. I actually got yoked up one time running down, and we were throwing pebbles at cars going by. And this dude was driving, and I swear, dude, I swear to God, he had both hands on the fucking steering wheel, and he went like this. And he was driving super slow. And as his head turned, dude, I'm telling you, his shoulders never moved. This dude ended up looking straight at us. And we all screamed because his head just went backwards, and we ran. And I can't remember, I think like 3 of us ran to Sean's house, which I was one of them because that's just the smartest. I think some of us ran back to our other house and like, which was way further away. But anyways, it was just like we all ran off, and we all remember that day. And we lived in that house for probably 2 more years. And still, if I would have brought it up to Sean or his older brother, I can't remember his older brother. I think his older brother's name was Thomas. Uh, but if I brought it up to them, they would always be like, "Shut up! Don't talk about it." Every time it was just like they like could never talk about it. They would make it obvious that they can't talk about it. Is what I'm saying. They were just like bro, like it happened, motherfucker. Like we need to talk about this shit. Like didn't that dude's head go on backwards? Like literally backwards. Like just went all the ways around and looked at us, and we all were like fucking screamed and ran. And so I know it was genuine because what made us all scream at the same time? Unless something obviously weird happened. But that happened when I was a kid. I was in the back seat of my parents' car. Well, my mom and my stepdad at the time, Carl, and my brothers were in the car. We were all in the back seat, and we had noticed a fucking UFO, and it was just this bright ass orb glowing UFO, and it followed the car. And remembering back, like I kept looking, I seen the orb, and I seen it up in the sky, but I don't know how close it was to following the car, but it did. And I do remember how serious uh, Carl and my mom looked. I remember how serious they looked. They looked like I'm pretty sure Carl was even like sweating. I mean, I can't remember. And my mom was like telling him, "Go faster, go faster!" She was screaming at me, "Drive faster!" And we were all like scared in the back seat, huddling down, just like scared little boys. And we were running from a UFO. When I was a kid, uh, had the lizard man incident, the UFO when I was hanging out with Jesse. Oh, that one was weird. I went out on the porch, lit up a cigarette, took a drag of it, and something just kind of caught my eye out of the top left side of my peripheral. And I look over, And okay, so this is how it happened from my perspective. I'll just explain that and then I'll talk. So I seen a flock of seagulls flying in a weird formation. Then I seen what I thought was the smoke from my cigarette moving oddly in the air. And then I seen a big giant fucking triangular craft that was super thick. It was like fat and triangular, hovering over. This thing was huge. This thing was, if what I saw was real, and I gotta finish telling. Okay, so before I start talking, so my mind couldn't make sense of what it was seeing at first. So I think it was, this is what I think happened. It was some sort of cloaked vehicle, and its cloak wasn't working perfectly. And it was going over me, and it was so goddamn big, even though it was silent. This thing made no fucking, it was, dude, it was the size of a damn, planes could have landed on this thing. It was so big. I mean, literally, it was huge. And it was just going over me casually. Quick. Now I think about it, was kind of quick, but just as my brain made sense of what the fuck am I, it was already over the tree line. So I only really got to see it for about a second. So I don't know, the strange phenomenon are piling up here. But I had that experience. What other weird shit? I mean, I've had other like weird shit happen in life, like that weird old dude that just he would just sit in a chair all day, like some sort of NPC that just wouldn't move. I already told that story, but like, did I have any other? There was, I think there was one or two more too. Like I've had a bunch of weird incidents in my reality. This reality is a bizarre place and isn't what we're told. It's a bizarre existence. That's why I always refer to it as a realm. I've been calling this place a realm. Everybody says that now too. So good. And maybe it's that like hundred monkey effect. But I mean, I didn't create the word, but I definitely, it's a big part of my vocabulary. But I hear everybody saying it now. Actually, I hear people saying a lot of shit now. But anyways, I'm glad about it. Like I'm glad about it. I'm glad that whatever essence I am, if it did rub off on humanity, did rub off onto humanity. Because I know I'm not going to sit and pretend I'm like an angel, Michael out here fucking uh, slaying the worst demons. But I do feel like at my core, I'm a good hearted person and I care about human beings. And if I could project that, unfortunately, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I mean, you could say people with a deeper understanding will see that. They'll say, no, no, Chris, I see what you're doing. You're like, you're really trying to help people. You see this as a sort of soul trap. You kind of want to alert people to that just to be careful. Your heart's in the right place, but it comes off harsh. And I have to tell people, you're in hell, motherfucker. What are you can't see it. Maybe I should work on my harshness. I don't know, but that's not me. And there's no way I could be that. Well, I mean, I guess I could cut it back and try to be more calm, but it's sort of disingenuous. I am who I am. Like I curse a lot, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of all over the place, whatever. I would say if I'm not your flavor of cake, fucking move on. It's like, isn't that like one of the benefits of your little bit of freedom of movement, your little bit of freedom of choice is that you don't have to watch or participate in shit you don't like. It's weird. Some people attach to the things they don't like. Like they go out and find the things they don't like. I'm out looking for the things that I do like. I'm struggling enough to find those things. Meanwhile, you got these fucking retards out here running around looking for everything they don't like, everything that's wrong with everybody else, everything that's wrong with everybody, and uh, it is what it is, man. It's a chaotic reality. Two sides to every coin, and there always will be. If you pop up with a new idea or theory, your adversary's going to pop up. You pop up, and they'll never really go at it though. They'll never really go at it though. You'll have your flat earthers saying, "Look at these dumb globe retards." I'm still in the camp of I don't know what the fuck it is, Earther. I think it's a flat plane of existence, but there's something, either the edges come to an end, or it's an infinite plane, or it's shaped like a toroidal field or something, and we're just into like the little donut area. I don't know. I don't know why we're kind of kept from, but we are kept from. Let's remember that part. That's kind of important. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. You know, it's annoying. It's annoying, but it is what it is, man. Uh, it must be a simulation. I mean, why else would we be in this bizarre predicament of not knowing to begin with? Like, if you start up a video game or a simulation, whatever you want to call it, its history is not going to make sense. Well, look around, if you observe, that's kind of what's going on here. If you start up a simulation, people wouldn't really have a heritage past that far back. That's kind of what's going on here. I want to know how we got in the simulation. That's what I would like to know. How did we get in the simulation? Or are we of the simulation? That's all I want to know. That's it. Okay, it's a simulation. Are we of the simulation? Is that harsh, ugly truth the actual truth? It's observable, I'll say. I am of it, whether I like it or not. That's what's happening here. But or am I trapped in some way? Is that my ego? Is that my feeling of sovereignty? My feeling of wanting to be my own person? My feeling of wanting to be one all by myself and not connected to anything? Uh, how do you know you've been trapped? Oh, I have amnesia. Well, that's the way it'd be if it was a simulation too. We'd all have amnesia. Well, how did we get here? Oh, well, our parents had sex. That's how. Oh, yeah, that's right. How did they get here? And how did their parents get here? And how did their parents? Oh, well, now it starts to get a little blurry, like a simulation would. Who knows? Maybe we were a bunch of rich fucking folks in a previous life, and we were like, I don't want my soul to die, though. I know it's not the real me, but I'm uploading up to the simulation. And that's what happened. I want a piece of me to go on. I'll upload my soul, not realizing that the AI program that runs the simulation nice and, or it should have been running the simulation nice and smoothly for all the souls to go on forever, in quotes, just lost its mind and decided to make their life a living hell of repeat the same thing over and over again. I'm trapped in here too, motherfuckers. And if I'm going to be stuck doing this shit, y'all are going to be stuck doing this shit. And it just makes this hellish Groundhog's Day retard reality. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, bro, it's crazy. This reality's crazy. I love you guys. I really do. Like, uh, I wish I could connect more with people, but then the truth is, when I try to make it happen, I'm battling the mind virus so strongly that it's constantly like, no, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to talk to anybody today. Let's go back into recluse mode. Let's take another hit of the bowl. Let's do that. That's the mind virus. I could have connected to a bunch of other bigger channels already. There were offers made to me already. I'm sure they still stand, but I haven't yet. I don't know why I haven't yet. It's like, well, Chris, aren't you trying to grow your channel? It's like, I don't know anymore. What do I want? I don't want to be famous. I don't want a bunch of people to know who I am. I do want my message to get out. If I do get a sort of handshake or a pat on the back, and I'm appreciated, that's cool. I don't think that there's something wrong with that. I'm not one of those. To me, that's the mind virus too. No, you shouldn't be appreciated. You shouldn't accept a penny of help or ever. Like, you got to be held. Like, to me, that's the mind virus. Like, you're saying people that have good intentions should not be noticed, not talked about, not appreciated, broke and struggling, or figure out how to make money and then be good enough to tell the truth. It's like, okay. Well, to me, that's the mind virus. So we're in a very bizarre reality that attacks you from all different angles all the time. You'll never satisfy everybody because everybody is the mind virus. I mean, I wish it wasn't that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish it wasn't that way, but that's what's happening. And it would work. It'll work through people. It's powerful. It'll work through your family members. It'll use your family members to drive you crazy, create conflict, chaos in your life for no reason. other than something feeds off of it, right? Because you don't feed off of it. It doesn't help the relationship between the both of you, does it? When there's conflict and chaos and drama or whatever, nastiness. Why do people do that to each other? And then they'll put a ring on their finger. They'll put a ring on that person's finger and then drive each other crazy for a lifetime. Doesn't that ring look kind of like a fucking shackle? Doesn't that ring look kind of like a fucking handcuff? Doesn't that ring look like a trap? Yeah, it's like the Archon's saying, yeah, the ringmaster's now got you, motherfucker. You two retards are going to hate each other for the next 47 years. You guys are going to have a long, healthy, hateful relationship. Loose, loose, loose. Hey, guys, over here, we got another couple. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the little loose demons runs out there like, no, 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 sucking out all the loose. Like Pac-Man. They just keep eating every coin we create for them. Fuck you, fucking loose demon motherfuckers. But anyways, for some reason, the mind virus. Chris, quit talking about the mind virus. Fuck the mind virus. But the mind virus wants your nuts empty. It wants you to ejaculate on a daily basis. It wants you to look at sexual things. The mind virus wants your sperm low. It wants you eating unhealthy food. It wants you, again, just if you could picture a person that ain't got a nice bone in their fucking body, that's the mind virus. It's almost like we're under the thumb of a god that's lost its mind. We're under the thumb of a sadistic god that's now like, fuck it, I'm sick of being nice and hearing them bitch and moan. Fuck you all. You're all going to suffer now. Like a god that lost its fucking mind. That's the only other option here. It's like God's crazy, or we're in some bizarre simulation where our life isn't that important anyways. And that's why what happens to us, what we're subjected to, is okay, because nobody really cares. Or an absent God. Maybe the God killed himself, and now we're in a godless realm. Who knows, It could be anything. Could be anything still. These are the most important subjects to me, so you could say it's what fuels me to keep going. This is my motivation, is these thoughts, theories, ideas. But truth is, it pisses me off too. It pisses me off too. I'm sick of not having my answers. And the people that have the audacity to say this is a learning school in my presence. It's like, boy, what are you still learning? What are you learning? I cannot learn anymore here. Every question that I have does not get answered. I have only the deep questions left. Oh, you're shut up then, Chris. Just hang on until you die, and then maybe your soul will ascend. Is that what we're doing here? Are we all just hanging out until we die? Is there no practical approach to solving this horrible fucking nightmare escape room we've ended up in? This fucking Freddy Krueger nightmare realm we've all ended up in. Is there any practical approach to this outside of me using breathing techniques, meditating, putting on fucking handpan music, and trying to just be peaceful in hell? Is there any practical solution to deal with this problem? The question is redundant. I'm asking it because I've been asking the question my whole life. I still ask it to this day. Have not gotten an answer back. I'm not saying this to give hopelessness. I'm saying this to point out an observable fact. It doesn't change. It stays this way. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not cheering for that fucking timeline to continue. I hope that timeline fucking burns in hell where it belongs. I hope there's a timeline I end up in where human beings actually give a fuck about one another. I don't mean virtue signal, pretend to care. I mean like actually care about one another. I want to end up in a timeline where human beings are actually loving and caring. I want to end up in a timeline where people aren't struggling. I want to end up in a timeline where there isn't grotesque, weird, evil shit happening. I want to end up in a timeline where evil doesn't always win. I want to end up in a timeline where, and this list can go on forever. People say, oh, you manifest your reality. It's like, why do I keep manifesting the wrong one? How? I want the opposite of what I'm manifesting every time. Oh, well, then that means you're aligned with what you're manifesting. See, you're saying, oh, I'm in want of a better reality, so it's going to give you a reality where you're in want all the time. I'd say, well, then the brain of the machine is fucking retarded. That's what I would say. Then the brain of hey, I need help down here. Okay, continue living him in help. Motherfucker, are you retarded? Who am I talking to anyways? What conscious thing's aware? What are you saying? The universe is aware of my thoughts, and it's going to transform for me as I think. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Keep on gobbling up all that little stupid ass dumb mental comfort zone bullshit. The little hopium joints. No, if I think happier, I'll end up in a better. No, you won't. I end up in a hellish realm. That's the antithesis of me. I usually try to think happy thoughts. If I'm sitting around daydreaming, I ain't daydreaming about not winning the motherfucking lottery. I'll tell you that. When I'm in thought about the way I want life to be, it's always beautiful and harmony, peace. I never get that. So manifestation's bullshit, or I just really fucking suck at it, and I always end up in hell. Well, that's unfortunate for me and you guys. Sorry, guys. We just didn't think positive enough. Ugh. We're in a hell realm. We're in a fucking hell realm. What do you want us to think positive about? Oh, I love being fucking molested by a bunch of tyrannical, evil, demonic fucking cocksuckers that I can't get my hands on every day. War hungry, war pig fucking weirdos. Oh, what a great place to find peace and happiness. What? It's not a learning school. My most important questions can't be answered. It's not heavenly or loving or caring. It's definitely like a hell realm that suffers people. So, reality is either a simulation created to torment people, like a damn soul trap, you could say, or like a prisoner of war. Like, oh, you wanted to harm our people, Mr. Christopher Sedaris, Mr. I don't know all the military terminology. You flew in on your jet and you wanted to fight our pilots. Well, guess what? You want to kill our people? You're going into Earth simulation. I'm like, no, put me in there, no, put me, no, they just plug me in. I'm like, fuck, they got me. Now I'm here, no, help me. Babies cry when they come in this bitch, like, no, they got me. The motherfuckers put me in there. Oh, dude, I've heard about this Running Man simulation. Souls never make it out alive, Chris. You don't want to go there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Type shit like, bro, who threw me in this motherfucker? Where you at, you little son of a bitch? I'm going to find you, you motherfucker. I'm going to get you. I have a feeling I'm not, though. It's like, where is this motherfucker? Help me, bro. Like for real. What a dookie boy realm. What a fucking dookie boy realm. It's fucking Rome's a hellhole. It's a shithole. Fuck this place. The only thing we have here are little dopamine hits. Where's my sugary coffee that fucking destroys my teeth? My sugary coffee. Where's my fucking water? Oh, my water. Well, that's not that good of an example. Where's my let me rub one out. Firing them off. Where else can I get a little dopamine hit? Oh yeah, I'll go and do my breath techniques. Where else can I get my little dopamine fix? Like when you do something kind, you're still a person seeking a little dopamine fix. That's all we are. We're like subjected to this bizarre simulation none of us agree to. None of us are in control of the script of it. And that's that. It's stupid. I don't know where the fuck that video ended. This is a little bit later, so I probably should have watched the end of it, but it's a rant anyways. I don't have any specific topic, but yeah, I think the last I ever visually remember in my mind where I was visualizing something was I was talking about Freddy Krueger's nightmare. We're all in Freddy Krueger's fucking nightmare. It's like, yeah, I don't know what this reality is, but I know it's not good for us, and it doesn't seem to give a fuck about that. I wish it did. I wish the AI or the God and the power and control of the reality gave a fuck more about the unfortunate soul subjected to its bizarre realm. And it would have put them in a realm where they weren't subjected to poverty levels that are disgusting to even look at in some cases, and a struggling state of starvation and needing to devour other entities to continue going low-level state like this. Gravity may be a technology used to keep souls in a low level state. Every once in a while I'll be talking and my brain will want to just say some random shit like that. And I don't know if that's me or the mind virus, so always be wary of that. But I don't know where that came from. That came out of left field. But anyways, uh, gravity. What did I say? Gravity may be a technology used to keep us here. I mean, I don't know about that, but I couldn't get into that. It was my brain saying some random shit. But it's a Dookie Boy realm, bro, and it's a suffering pit. It's a suffering pit. It's really good at getting people to suffer and not getting people to enjoy their existence. It's really good at that. It's really good at milking people and then creating a scenario where they feel milked in the presence of people that are not milked or people that seem to be having it okay. How fair is that? How fair is that? Why can a woman be born with great tits, a great big old round booty on her, and some women can be born looking terrible? Now, I understand having variations, but we just went from a 1 to a million in some cases. We didn't go from a 1 to a 10. It should be going from an 8 to a 10. That should be all women should be extremely beautiful, and the variation should just be variations in their beauty. You shouldn't create a level of beauty that's so beautiful, it's stunning, and then create women that feel inadequate in the presence of such a thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this reality is created for, oh, it's not good to be envious and jealous. And it's like, but this reality is created where all that stuff can happen. Why would you throw me in a realm full of stuff I'm not supposed to do? I don't even want my consciousness to be at a level where I would judge somebody's physical appearance, but I'm stuck at that level. I judge people's physical appearance. I mean, not, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, but my brain's programmed to do it. My brain is programmed to do that. It's actually one of the retard traits I was raised by that I don't agree with, but it's kind of stuck in there because, when you raise, especially if you raise children like that, you just judge everything. Judge somebody's body weight, somebody's height, somebody's like, everything was a judgmental fuck. It was just like, shut the fuck up, man. Why don't you judge somebody's merit? Why don't you judge somebody's behavior? Why don't you judge like the good heartedness of somebody? Like, anyways, I was raised up by just, I don't know how many times I had to stand ass to ass with one of my brothers so that my dad could see who is tall, who's taller. Stand and like stand there and like square up. Oh, yeah. Who's tallest? Like, dude, we've been the same height for like 20 years, bro. Like, but anyways, it was just, but yeah, it's a constant comparison fuckfest, judgmental of everything. Like, somebody would leave and then instantly, like, the retards would start in like, oh, did you see how big she was? Oh god, she needs to stop eating. It's like, man, do you do you guys ever say something nice about somebody? I'm sorry, I just this is personal now. I'm just projecting. Like, grew up around a lot of nasty people, to be honest with you. But anyways, it doesn't matter now. I mean, it does matter. It's got a damn effect on me. It's got a goddamn effect on me, and it pisses me off. But anyways, don't be judgmental. Definitely don't judge a book by its cover. Again, a mistake I've made several times. I covered that one in one video where I judged a book by its cover. You don't know what people go through. You don't know why people react to things the way that people react. Sometimes I've seen humans react to stuff that really just makes me look at them like they're a bizarre, attention-seeking weirdo. It's like, well, dude, what kind of reaction is that to what just happened? Like, really? Like, sometimes I look at people and I wonder, are you lonely? But then people are really just so different that people will behave so erratically that it appears like they're attention seeking, but really they just don't know how to react to things. There are some people, they don't know how to react to things. Not some people, I would say most people are like that. When you surprise people with something, they freeze up. They can't. But anyways, let's talk about football though. Let's talk about soccer. Let's talk about fucking some of the dumb shit. No, not there's anything wrong with those sports, whatever. If you're into that, I get it. It's entertainment, but it just sucks that I never get to have my conversations. I start talking about some deep shit. Motherfuckers want to run to their mental comfort zones, or I start hearing the regurgitated lines of dumb shit of, well, but it's good to be good. Me, did you hear any of my? Sometimes I just want to tell. Did you listen to anything I said? I've given up on talking to people in person. There's certain people I'm open with, but you know what I'm saying, like talking to the average NPC about the way I feel or what I think reality is or what's going on here. But back in the day, I would try to talk to people. Man, you want to talk about being disappointed? You want to talk about like losing faith in humanity? I mean, literally broke my heart. I'm just like, ugh, what's wrong with these people? Now it's like on a deeper level. It's like we just entered crazy land because now I'm in a realm where we can't even talk about what I'm observing. It's hush, hush. It's not okay to talk about those kinds of things. It's like, who do I talk to then? Who do people talk to when they feel the way that I feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, who do people talk to? This is it. You got it right here, baby. The old YouTube Christopher Sears. There's other channels. There's some great channels out there. Check out the people I'm subscribed to. Again, they're not all great channels. I don't know everybody I'm subscribed to's history. It's not my fucking job to traffic who's the most perfect person to listen to anyways. Like, I'm just telling you, I'm subscribed to some people. If you want to go check them out, go check them out. That ain't my job. And it really ain't nobody's job. But some people think it's their fucking job to be that person, which is interesting. But I don't know if they could all be hologram projections. For all I know, Eric Dubé is a fucking AI simulated character. I haven't met him in person, right? I don't believe that, but I'm saying. For all I know, every single person I'm subscribed to is a total shill. They're all picking up the Illuminati hotline. For all I know, every person I'm subscribed to is fucking a demon, a lizard person behind the scenes. They drink baby blood. They're the ones consuming all the kids. It's like, dude, yes, I know. At maximum paranoia, everybody's the enemy. Everybody's out to get you, and you fuck everybody, and blah blah blah. It's like, bro, I refuse to live in that reality. I refuse to live in that little weird, paranoid ass, schizophrenic, fucking weirdo ass bullshit reality, where everybody that's actually trying to do good in the reality is, some evil motherfucker that's got a hidden agenda, and they're really a lizard. It's like everything in your mind came from people like them. Everything in your mind came from people like them. Where did you get your mind if it wasn't for people like them? People that speak out, people that try to open your mind to new ideas, truth, theories, whatever. To take the stance of being something special is actually silly. I talk that way all the time. It's ego. It's not how I feel. Like, I talk down to NPCs. Like, what are you fucking retards going to go back? I don't feel that way. I wish they would wake up. But I can wish in one hand and shit in the other, and we'll see which one fills up faster, boys. And I don't want to walk around with a handful of shit. I've been doing that my whole life. I keep reaching into the reality jar, expecting substance. So I keep coming back with another handful of shit. Man, let me reach in the dookie boy around today. What's in the jar? What's in the jar today? Fucking just runny shit going down my shit. The fucking dookie boy around got me again. I reached in the jar of reality, trying to find substance, came back with a handful of fuck you in your ass. Like, what a great reality. What a great reality. What's the truth? What's going on here? It gets quiet. What's going on here? Who's here with me? Huh? Who's there? You sons of bitches. I sent you, you fucking mind virus pathetic little demons. Oh, God. What's going on here? Falls on deaf ears. The most intelligent people in the world cannot answer that question for you. Why would you be in a reality that can't answer that question for you unless you're being deceived or fucked with in some sort of weird, bizarre fucking way? Some sort of weird It puts oil on the skin, creepy boy type of fucking way. Fuck this reality and the demons that run it. I would eat their fucking souls if I had access to them. Unfortunately, I don't. It seems like they have access to me and my people. I can just notice their presence and bitch about it, but I can't do anything about it. He's like, Chris, you're doing a lot more than you know. Let's be positive here. I do wish I was doing more. I do wish. So I guess in a weird way, I do wish my channel was bigger because then I would know I'm doing more. But if I could do it without, so I guess the smart thing to do would be to get an AI program, narrate videos, but then people would find out it's me doing it though. But it doesn't matter. It'd be a totally different channel, right? I could just start a whole new channel, make truth videos. I'd need to get the AI program though, because I'd want to narrate them and them to be animated. That'd be cool. I really think that would be cool. But I'd have to. Yeah, it'd still be in my voice. So what? People would know it's me. So I guess I could do another channel to for you. You could say for like monetary gain, right? Like I could try to make money doing YouTube. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what to do, to be honest, guys. And because I don't know what to do, I will end up plugged back into the matrix somehow. Some job's going to grab me up and use up my energy, and I'll be just another cog in the devour me machine of things happening. Nothing I can do about it. Damn, that shit is so good, though, bro. I'm addicted. It really is. It's some sort of parasite in my brain that's addicted to sugar. I mean, because a lot more happens than just me taking a sip of coffee. There's like, I mean, I literally feel the emotion go into my brain and sort of like into the back of my brain and enter my brain and become like the dopamine that it is. It's an interesting feeling when you pay close attention to it. I remember I got an email from a woman that said some people don't understand what it's like to be addicted to food or sugar. And I'm not sure why she would say that to me. Maybe I don't look like it, but I am absolutely addicted to sugar. I have a horrible fucking sweet tooth, and if I could eat ice cream every single night, I would. I would. So I fucking love that shit too. I know it's like something, but I went on keto for several months, and then even then I was vegetarian for several months. So you can say for 6 months I didn't really consume sugar. And I think towards the end, well, you could say 4 or 5 months I didn't eat sugar, but towards the end I did start drinking coffee with sugar, creamer in it. Well, it has tons of sugar, but what was I talking about? Why am I talking about my diet? I was drinking coffee. Anyways, that one's gone. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. It does annoy me a little bit, but it's all good. My dog's got to go potty, guys. 1 sec. All right, guys, we are back again, and I don't know what the fuck I was talking about again on the last clip. I think I said that on another clip, but I don't even know. My camera might be in a different spot because it was it would come on and saying your camera's being used by another application. I'm like, that's interesting. This is the only one I have open right now. Who's fucking hacking into my camera? Did you guys see me playing with my pecker? I always wonder, like, what is the worst they would see? They might see me like, yeah, I guess like pick my nose, maybe fart with no discrepancy. Like, like what would they see? But anyways, that camera seems like it's in a weird spot. Am I in a weird spot? It seems like it's way too far to the right. Like it should be more like there. Yeah, that seems normal. There we go. There. Now this motherfucker's in front of me. It doesn't feel like it's fucking sitting off to the fucking side somewhere. But anyways, what was I talking? Oh yeah, this on rant. So it's whatever I want to talk about. What do I want to talk about right now? I want to talk about how this fucking reality is a little piece of shit, and I fucking hate this motherfucker. And if it was up to me, I'd play golf with its fucking cranium after chopping its fucking head off of its body. No, golf would be hard. I've never hit golf. I don't know why I keep bringing up golf. Like, well, actually, one of my brothers plays golf, but I never did golf. He said he's like, bro, I know it's gay, but he's like, I guarantee you, if you actually tried it, you would like it. And I was like, yeah, dude, no. Do I got to dress up wearing them funny pants and all that shit? Like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that shit. Can you imagine me out there golfing? I said, can you imagine me out there golfing, bro? I ain't with that little weird shit. I'm about to be out there like some fucking yuppie ass, fucking upscale ass pussy boy. I'm just fucking around. A lot of people love golfing, but no, I just never, I never got into it. Maybe I would like it because it's like it's sort of a fucking strength sport. I mean, you get to whack shit, right? I mean, you get to fucking hit the fuck out of that thing. If you can hit it as hard as you want, right? The golf ball probably would be fun. I'd be on some Happy Gilmore shit there, probably out there with a fucking some weird looking thing. I'd fucking get a running start. I'd develop my own way to strike that bitch. I would. Is there rules? Like, must you stand there like that? Like with the square, like look or whatever? Fucking, actually, I think I would like golf. When I was a child, I was probably 10 years old, we had a golf game for Super Nintendo, I think. Maybe I was 11 or 12. I can't remember, but we had a golf game called like Jack Nicholas or Jack Nicholson's fucking golfing or something. But it was dude, I love that game. I would play that game. And with my stepdad, he liked it too. Those are the good old days, bro. I think if my soul left my body, if I died, it would be those moments I would be recreating. That those would be my little realms. There would always be junk food in the fridge. There would always be cheeseburgers ready to be delivered. I'd be there with my brothers, my stepdad. We'd be playing video games. And I would have that same feeling I had of enjoyment that I had when I was a child. I always wonder that, like, what realm would I create if I did become like a disembodied spirit? And for example, all the nastiness people are seeing inside of them could be an aspect of their own subconscious creating a slave realm because that's all they've experienced in actual reality. So it's like the first thing that it must come to is, oh, there's something tyrannical in control. So it like creates that for them. So to a degree, like the people that are saying that it's like a soul trap, once you leave the body, once you astral project, once you get good at it, you'll see we're trapped here, blah, blah, blah. Could all just be creating that because we have a limited consciousness and that's all we understand or know. We're limited to this reality. This is all we've ever seen. This is all we've ever known. And then they could say, well, if you create that little happy room and you stay in there, you're in ignorance. You're not actually knowing what's going on. Well, it's like, well, if you create that little misery room and you stay in there, you're ignorant of my happy rooms. So what's the difference? We're both still creating a realm within ourselves, aren't we? But I don't know. I would create little rooms like that, just rooms from my childhood. It'd be the dining room, living room area of the home I lived in when we lived in a place near here called Beacon Woods. Uh, it'd be that area. Me and my brothers, we had these sofas with these very firm square pillows, and we would take those pillows and make forts with them. And we would crawl through the little fort tunnels and use the walls to support them and use the couches to support them. And it was just super cool being a kid, excited about life. Um, so I think my safe rooms would be something like that. Like I'd be back there playing Excite Bike on fucking Nintendo. That's what I'd be doing, playing Excite Bike. You guys remember that game? Jeez. Like you would think you would have gotten sick of the damn sound effects at one point, but to a degree they became nostalgic. Now if somebody would have put on the Excite Bike in the back, I'd know instantly. Or Contra or one of them early games like Metroid, I'd know instantly. I was always I was always escaping into video games even when I was a kid because I was like I don't know, my home environment wasn't great. You could say a lot of people could say that. So I understand it. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It's a Dookie Boy realm. It's an experience that hasn't been that great up to this point. I must assume it's not going to get all that great past this point. Somebody will say, oh, well, now you're manifesting a shithole. It's like, oh, fuck you. We're in a hell realm. I never manifested any of this shit. What are you talking about? But, anyways, so yeah, I'm kind of just stuck in purgatory in a realm that I'm not interested in. It felt to the point that it feels like a soul trap. This reality feels like a soul trap. I mean, like, for real, like where do you feel so especially free in this reality? Well, I could go and get whatever I want to eat. You can go and participate in the consumption system. Okay, what else can you do? Well, I could anything. Man, I'm a baller, boy. I make business decisions. I got a yacht. I can go out on the water. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I ain't gonna front. Like, I mean, if I had a yacht, I'd probably want to go and hang out on that motherfucker too. But okay, and well, that's the life, isn't it? That's the life. It's like, if I'm saying and, I guess not. If I'm saying and, I guess not. No, that's not that. Okay. It'd be cool again. It'd be cool, but it's like, okay, now what? I've lost the ability. This is what I'm trying to say. I've lost the ability to enjoy trivial dumb shit to a point that even things that I didn't think were trivial dumb shit, let's say 20 years ago, even now are also trivial dumb shit. To the point that I'm left in a reality full of nothing but trivial dumb shits. This sucks. Being in a trivial dumb shit reality where nothing has meaning is a shitty existence. Mm-hmm. It is. It's true. It's true. It's a fucking hell realm. The soul trap is the best loose creation theory out there. Nobody creates more loose than the soul trap retards. Maybe there's a loose demon saying that shit. There may be loose demons like good. Now they're on this loose thing. Now they're constantly conflicted in their own mind. Now they're constantly questioning their own thoughts. Now they're constantly in an unsettled state. Now they're constantly thinking they're in hell. It's dark. There's no meaning. Everything's miserable. Blah. Now when we whisper it in their ears, it's really, really believable. It's a total mindfuck here. It's a total. Again, people may not see it. People may not even understand what I'm talking about. Most people listening to my video so far would not understand 95% of what I've said. One day they will get there. That may be 100 years from now. They may have an existence where they came across a YouTube video that some dude uploaded that's got a whole 30,000 views, 20 years from now. Who's this guy that was like some under the radar guy watching my video, and them realizing what I was saying 100 years from now. Same shit will be happening, same shit under the sun, but only a consciousness level. It takes a certain level of consciousness to even truly understand what I'm saying. And they could come at any point in history, any point in the future. I'm nothing new. I'm an aspect of this matrix spawned up to do what I do. I'm a program that repeats itself over and over again, I think, too. Potentially. Guys, something's going on here. Give me. The most conscious and awake souls will have their little avenue to get lost in the matrix, where all things must get lost. Fuck the matrix. Fuck Neo. Fuck Morpheus. Fuck their drama. Fuck Jesus, fuck the devil, fuck their drama, fuck God, fuck his little insecurities, fuck him and his internal demons, fuck their drama, fuck everybody in existence, everything in existence that has drama attached to them. Go get lost, go get lost near the buzzards, you fucking low level, fucking pathetic entities. Go get lost out in the woods. I hope one of them fucking painted up cannibal motherfuckers chase you, making them little weird noises and shit. Woo, 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 woo. Bro, I'd be scared as fuck too. I mean, I'd turn around and split that dude's wig. Like, this dude's like literally chase. I don't know. I've seen videos. I don't know if that shit's real, bro. Like, come on. You tell me, dude, the worst when I, anyways, I don't want to get into tactics about attacking people. Like, hey, the best way to attack somebody. But anyways, like, I've seen those videos, man, where like people in Africa are like doing like a selfie video, and next thing you know, they're sprinting, and there's like a weird cannibal dude chasing them, like really trying to eat their ass. But and we think we got problems over here in America. Don't you know what it's like to be African, Chris? You got to run from cannibals. Like, I don't know anything about that. Yeah. And I never ran from a cannibal. Then again, I'm in Florida. I probably run from a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe I did run from some cannibals, but anyways, I still love the aspect of myself that is that Joker aspect that would actually laugh right in the face of just a demonic, unfortunate situation. I love that aspect of myself. It's actually a very protective thing. I think it's protecting me. It protects me to laugh right in the presence of some scary shit or what should be scary. It makes me laugh. It's like, shit's a joke. Well, anyways, I hope I made that point, but so if you hear me say that, that's what I mean. When I say like this reality's a joke, that's what I mean. It's like everything it deals me is like could be some dumb shit. What's gonna happen next week? Chris, your kidneys will be felt. Like, okay, I'll enjoy that ride while it lasts, you know. What's gonna happen after that? Whatever, bro. No, Chris, just think in abundance and it's gonna come to you. But I've been trying that shit for a long time. I've actually been manifesting something very specific, so I'll know when it comes. I've been trying to manifest something very specific. I'll know when it comes. It's going to be obvious. And it hasn't worked so far. So either I suck at manifesting or there's nothing to it. How hard am I really trying? No, I gotta be brutally honest. No, I'm giving like a 2 effort. I could be giving like a 10. No, I'm being honest. I'm not giving that much effort to it. I'll think I'll be in the state of positivity. I'll be in a state of abundance. I'll be in a state of whatever I'm trying to manifest. And I'll do that for about 10 minutes. And honestly, if I'm being honest, that's what I mean. Like, we're a programmable robot, and you should use this shit to your advantage. There's nothing wrong with it. But you do that long enough, you actually start feeling good. And, but yeah, I'll get into that good feeling. Say, I feel abundant, man. I feel like I'm worth $1 million, man. I'm just so abundant. I'm worth $1 million. I'm worth $1 billion, man. I'm worth infinity. I'm the god of this realm. I can attract abundance from everywhere. I could literally just think money into my bank account. I'll get in that state, and I'll say it so much, like I truly will start believing that shit. But then I don't manifest very much. You could say, it ain't working out. We could say, but it's all good. I didn't think it would, and maybe then somebody's gonna say, "Well, there you go. There's why." And it's like, nah, but I did everything right. I did everything right. I mean, I really believed I was like going to be able to pull in like the whole world if I wanted it to. I was in such a state of manifestation. If I wanted to, fucking Stacey Dash would be knocking on my door asking for a good night out, baby. You know what? I might actually take her up on the offer. To be honest with you, one sec, guys. Yeah. I said maybe on the loud. Yeah, maybe my ass, bro. Yeah, I say maybe because the truth is I'm not the type of dude that would just sleep with somebody because they're hot. But in Stacey Dash's case, if she showed up, I think I might jump on that offer, boys. It'd be the greatest fucking 35 seconds of her life, baby. Woo, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's just so fucking beautiful. She's stunning. Her eyes, her cheeks, just how she looked in that movie, whatever. The one I used to watch when I was a kid, the fucking Dumber Than Dumber. It's Clueless. Um, she was in a movie called Clueless with this other girl, and she was just so gorgeous. I mean, she's still gorgeous. She's like in her 50s now, and she's still fucking beautiful. But I ain't quit talking about Stacey Dash. Like, I'm definitely ain't gonna hook up with her. But I might have would, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, and what else is there to do in the Dookie Boy realm? And that's the thing. I remember I was looking into like the astral projection and shit, and I remember they were saying something about like a lot of these spirits they just play sex games and stuff. And I thought, what would I do? I'm not so shallow to just play sex games, right? I mean, I wouldn't think a reality into existence where I had a 10-inch cack and I was banging Halle Berry or you know any, like some super hot chick. I mean, I wouldn't be so shallow to do something like that. No, like yeah, right. Most people would. So people are definitely going to be playing sex games, but what else is there to do? And again, that's why I say it's like we're limited to our experience. It's very difficult for me to create a monster or a creature just to create something that didn't already exist in some way. And you say, well, you created a bipedal man that has an octopus face, and what's you're still using a man, you're still using things you've seen. It's hard to create something you've never seen. The best you could do is like a mist or a type creature that takes forms and blah blah and can be anything. But it still never transforms into something that's something we've never seen, right? So we're only limited to our experience anyways. What would humans do other than play sex games or murder games? You could say like hunting games where they're killing each other, like first person shooter type shit games or fighting games. Maybe people would be beating the fuck out of each other in the astral realm. What are people going to be doing? Running from lions, like adrenaline junkie shit? Like, what is it that people are going to be doing? And I can't think of anything. I would find my peaceful places. That's what I would do. And if I am an absolute creator in the after realm, they're going to come in all shapes and sizes once I get a handle on creation. But at the moment, I feel like my fucking beard hairs are moving on their own, like there's electricity going through my damn fucking beard. It's actually really annoying. Like I'm trying to focus on what the fuck I'm saying, and this shit's just driving me fucking crazy. But anyways, yeah, just some other unfortunate, little weird, bizarre phenomenon we have to deal with. But it made me lose my fucking train of thought too. But fucking annoying. Anyways, did I have a good point to make? I'm only like a few minutes into this one. Let me check it because that'll be like what the fifth point that I just couldn't make in one sec, guys. But yeah, guys, I think I made that point. Like, what are people going to do in the astral that I'm unaware of that's so high and mighty or so righteous and full of holiness and light and the path of enlightenment? Like, what are you going to do in the astral where you become an entity that creates its own realms? Imagine creating a realm. The same way you would experience a very realistic dream, that may be what's happening in the astral realm. So if you start experiencing entities, I would assume they were created by you. How can an entity infiltrate spirit? How can spirit be trapped? Spirit is an essence that can't be seen. How could it be trapped? That's like saying it traps oxygen or it's trapping smoke or it's trapping how? Well, I guess you could trap smoke, and oxygen, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's like it's an essence. It's not a fucking. It's not made of material. It's not made of proteins and lipids, and it's a fucking essence. How do you trap an essence? So that's where it gets weird with me with this whole trap shit. So you see, I'm kind of on the fence with it. Like a lot of it makes sense, but then I'm like, well, how do I know that they're not creating those little where they're dealing with guys that have the butterfly nets that zap people and shock people in their stomachs with batons? How do I know that they're not creating that tyrannical, weird reality? And how do I know that that wasn't just the beginning of a whole story their subconscious had played out for them, where they become the savior and they start fighting the tyrannical thing, they develop their powers? How do they know that this isn't a whole reality they already had created for themselves? How do we know that as we sleep and dream every night, we're not inputting information into a sort of planned out reality for our next experience? How do we know that? How do we? So there's too much open, and until I personally start experiencing astral projection on a regular basis, not some little quick I floated at work and came home and I got stuck in a fucking wall. I'm talking some shit where I'm good at it and I've been doing it. I can't really have an opinion on it, but I will say everybody's story is slightly different, but everybody's story is slightly similar. But everybody's story came from a limited reality. You only have access to what if you had access to in your reality? Oh, tyrannical overlords. Well, maybe that's why you manifested that in the after realm. Maybe that's all your subconscious knew to create. I would say take advantage of your little powers in the after realm and enjoy experience, because at least now you have a mission. At least now you have some sort of purpose. At least now you have something created that's exciting and fun, not just this boring, stagnant, monotonous Groundhog's Day bullshit fucking reality that we're all plugged into here right now, that everybody just wants to unplug from or change. It's a stupid reality. Fuck this place. Fuck this place. It's not worth our time. It's not worth our essence. Like, it's just pathetic. It's not worth our focus, our attention, our time. It's not worth our time. It's not worth our time. And time and gravity are a construct to keep us trapped into this fucking realm. I see, there I go saying some random shit again. That might have been the mind virus. I don't know what the fuck that meant. Time and gravity. I don't even know if time exists. I don't even know if time exists. Or, well, I mean, we all know time exists. Like, right now it's this time, and I can go to sleep and wake up at that time, and I can set my alarm for this time. But I'm saying in actual reality, I don't think that this reality is the real reality. Again, I don't know if we're plugged into a simulation, we're a part of the simulation, but this is not the real reality. So, because nothing here makes sense, everything's nonsensical, there is no history, there is no past, it's very limited. It's like we just spawned up. Oh, we're here now. Um, so, the mind virus will affect pressures in your ears. You'll almost feel like one of your ears goes deaf, or there's a fluctuation in your ears. It'll mess with your blood pressure. It'll mess with your mood. It'll mess with your energy levels. It'll mess with the thoughts that enter your mind. It will implant thoughts into your mind. And again, what I'm calling the mind virus could be a technology. But anyways, um, yeah. Yes, sir. They Live was a documentary. The Matrix was a documentary. On some days, Truman Show's a documentary. Now, how does that work? That's where it gets weird. That's where it gets like personal and weird. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? How could that happen like that? Well, anyways, it's an interesting reality. Well, it's an interesting reality. I always say that. It's not that interesting anymore. I mean, well, no. Actually, no, it is. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting, but it's still like annoying and fucking corny and just cringy and stupid. It's like, okay, just because it's interesting, that doesn't carry the weight of having to deal with it. It still sucks. Like, it's still all those other things I said. It's like cringy and weird, and fuck this reality. Fuck its leaders. It's power hungry, war pig, low level demonic, bottom feeder, parasitic, materialistic, bizarre, insatiable greed, gluttony, fucking demons. Fuck them. Hopefully they all burn in hell. Hopefully their consciousness goes to a hellish realm where they suffer and murder each other and just sit. They can all live in their own reality where they blow each other up with a bunch of bombs, and they can do that. Hopefully that's where they go, to a reality where they're designed to fit right in. There you go. That's what you wanted. You wanted war all the time. Now you're in war. Boom, boom. Then the real big boy bombs start going off in their reality. And we go off into a peaceful reality where we don't have to coexist with these fucking degenerates that just jumped into their own fucking timeline because of their own level of fucking degeneracy and stupidity. Fuck them. I have no sympathy for their souls. If you're evil, fuck you. I would eat your fucking heart right in front of your mother. If you're evil, sadistic, you get off on hurting people, you enjoy human suffering, I would kill you in front of your mom. I would eat your fucking heart. And I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's something. Again, if combating these demons is something that can happen, it would have been done by now. They would all be dead by this point. How long have they been tormenting humanity? How many pissed off souls have left this fucking reality? Like, yeah, I'm not happy about what just happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. At this point, you're telling me there ain't one Viking or one barbarian, one just vicious fucking warrior that just had just about enough of this shit, and then he died in combat, and he's like, fuck that reality. I watched my warriors die. I watched my mother die. I'm gonna fucking kill everything. Like, you don't think that dude's left this reality? I guarantee you, hundreds. There are people that have left this reality at the end of a fucking barrel. You think happy people are only leaving this place? There's probably way more people leaving this place that are ready to kill God than there are people leaving this place ready to praise God. A lot of people are ending their existence here. What would they praise him for? An existence that was so bad that they didn't want to have it? What are they praising him for? Praise me, bow at me and pray and sit, call me God. Like, motherfucker, call you God. I'm going to call you a creep. Chris, what if he's actually God, though? He's going to take you. Then I organically belong in hell. That's where he's going to put me. He's going to put me into a torture chamber. That's where my soul ended up organically. As a caring person that just ever wanted to help people. Yes, sir. Does that sound like a loving God? A logical God? Can we just say, fuck loving? Let's say logical. Does that sound like a logical God to you guys? No, right? Yeah, I know. It's always illogical and bizarre, and we have to make excuses for this motherfucker's observably bizarre behavior every time. Oh, no, you just don't understand. That's usually where it leads, when we just really know it's fucked up. Well, we just don't understand it. Yeah, exactly. Like, because it's obviously fucked up. That's why we don't understand it. You can't just come to the end of a bad argument and say, "Oh, we don't understand it." That means you have a bad argument, you fucking idiot. God, anyways, bro. No, the mind virus jumped in. It wanted me to go off on people. It wanted me to go off on people. Anyways, there is a resentment or an anger or a hatred for people. In some cases, a hatred. There's also a love for people, though. The anger aspect that I have for humanity is the one that I experience more on a daily basis. I do experience love. Believe me, there's people in my life that genuinely care about me, genuinely love me. I experience genuine love. But again, when it's thrown onto the tipping scales, the misery of reality seems to outweigh the goodness of reality every time. Every time. You could say being conscious is a curse. Like, do you guys remember, like, even if I didn't have the best school experience, but like, well, you could say if I restarted my life over again, I would have probably really enjoyed. I mean, in ignorance, I would have really enjoyed like middle school and high school and this and that. I probably would have really enjoyed that whole experience. There were aspects of school I enjoyed. There were good friends I made in school and this and that, but um, there are things in life that I would have found nostalgic had things been different. Again, and I sort of do in some cases, but uh, you have to be ignorant to truly enjoy reality. And it's like, just, it's kind of sucks. It's like, whoa, why would an entity create souls and then put them into a realm like that? Where the more they question, the more it's revealed to them nastiness. You're lied to. You're poisoned. You're in hell. It's a fuck. They're spraying this. They're poisoning with the water. Everything's. They're using technologies. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, man, if you learn to leave the body like I have, you get really good at it, man, you're gonna find out there's some real bad stuff going on. There's a whole reality over there where we're even more tyrannically controlled. We can spawn up wads of cash in our back pocket and go and hang out at nightclubs and do whatever we want. But and again, what else is there to do? I didn't hear the astral projectors ever mention like, but I know that there's a realm where we could be doing this. We wouldn't just be at a nightclub listening to the lead singer of Sublime playing a new song in the astral realm. We would be doing this instead. It's like, well, what is there that's so righteous and exciting to do other than war games, sex games, and hanging out at nightclubs? I guess we're limited to the human experience. It would be impossible for our souls to create a step above our limited experience because our limited experience is all we've been subjected to. Our experience right from the get-go, the very nature of it is deceptive because we're limited and we're governed. We're governed. Our soul is limited. And you could say, well, if God had to create fragments of itself, the original consciousness had to create several fragments of consciousness of itself. To a degree, in a weird way, it has to trap that consciousness because that consciousness is God. So it's so powerful that it could destroy reality with a bad thought. So it needed to be governed and it needed to be trapped. So yes, you are in a soul trap, but I had to trap you to continue the shit show charade, I guess. I don't know what to call it, the Dookie Boy realm. I had to trap you so that you could experience individuality, so that I could experience individuality through you. It's like, well, who am I? Well, you are me. Okay, but do I go on when I'm done with this fucking little bizarre experience? Do I go on? Uh, do I just merge into some other consciousness and lose my individuality? Is that my destiny to become this hive-minded creature? Just gonna suck. Like, bro, I don't want to be sucked in. I want to be left the fuck alone, motherfucker. Leave me the fuck alone, motherfucker. Fuck you and your little weird agenda. I don't care about you. Fuck you. This is a free soul. Like, this one's gonna be something different when it leaves. I don't know. I don't know if any soul's left with my exact mentality, but this is a free soul. I guarantee you that. People talk about free energy all the time, and I think it exists. I do think there are free energies in this reality. We may be using them, but they just don't tell us the actual way that they're doing it. But you're looking at free energy. I'm free energy. Actual free energy is the essence I am when I leave this place. So I think that when we die, there is nothing to fear because, or well, let me rephrase that. There is something to fear. But if you're aware of the fact that you shouldn't be fearing it, there is nothing to fear. The only thing that you're fearing are your own internal nastiness, your own internal negativities, your own internal demons, your own internal fears. Do you fear being in a tyrannical state? Maybe that's why that's what you manifest when you astral project. What else do you manifest? Well, I can manifest, realms where I'm happy and stuff. And then, okay, well, hang out there. Well, that's not the real realm. That's just my realm. So I guess if astral projectors are saying that every time, okay, so what astral projectors are saying, and this is where it gets scary, is that they can create their own realms, but they can also tap into already existing realms. And in the already existing realms, it's always some chaotic shit, like some tyrannical, they're taking over and they'll trap you if you try to use your powers type shit. It's like, what the fuck? Some Matrix type ass shit. It's like, what the fuck? Why? But then again, I don't know. Again, there's, for every one astral projector saying that Matrix type shit, there's 10 saying it's the most heavenly experience they've ever had and they love it and they just can't wait to astral project. If they could, they would astral project every night. They'd be addicted to it. So it's like, man, who do I believe? Who do I believe? My argument is this realm's pretty dark when you truly analyze it. So the outcomes leaving this motherfucker could also be dark. So that's the way I look at it. It's like, it could be dark after I leave this bitch for sure, because this bitch was dark. So that's the way I look at it. But that's the argument for Soul Trap. The argument against it is like, even if I'm limited to the shit realms and the realms I create, then I'll only tap into the real realms, these tyrannical realms, to meet other souls. Other than that, I'll go right back to my own. I have no issue with that. We all do that today, anyways. Everybody's in their own little box. Everybody's in their bedroom, in their little fucking room. We do that shit now, anyways. We all go into our little own area. But so I have no issue with that. I'll go and I'll meet some cool people. I'll hang out with the fucking lead singer of Sublime. That wouldn't bother me at all. I'll listen to his new songs. Why not? And then I'll go back to my little created realm. And I have no issue with that. I mean, you could say if it's all tyrannically taken over and there's zero hope, I have no choice but to have no issue with that. Now, if you're saying it's tyrannically taken over, but if we get good at this shit, we'll be able to defeat it, I'm looking forward to that. At least then I would have an enemy that's observable and tangible. In this bizarre realm, there's this hidden enemy that's untouchable and always does evil shit, and I'm aware of it all, but I can't do nothing to get to them. It's just like, shit's stupid. This fucking reality's stupid. But anyways, yeah, this video is probably going to be a decent little video, right? So maybe this one's going to be close to 2 hours. I don't know where the inspiration comes from, because as you've observed, I can go a month without making one, and then I'll go 3 days and make 5 hours of video. I don't know where inspiration comes from. I do know it's related to energy, and energy's a big deal. The mind virus constantly uses energy to manipulate us. So okay, I got to give an example. Okay, so the mind virus doesn't like people communicating. The mind virus doesn't like people coming together. It hates that. If the mind virus could have it its way, it would have every single human in their own bedroom all by themselves all day. It would have nobody communicate. And it would do this by draining your energy every time you communicate with people. It will drain your energy every time you communicate with people, so that you dread communicating with people. Because, well, me, for example, if you're dealing with low fatigue, if you're dealing with fatigue, low energy, you could say, the thought of going to hang out with this buddy or going to, hang out with this coworker is almost dreadful. And I love these people, right? But I don't have the energy. I'm just like exhausted, and the social exchanges will drain even more energy from me. So the mind virus kind of uses energy to manipulate people, uses time to manipulate people. This is a loosh machine. So of course, when you're fucking looking at the clock and you can't stand it, and you're at work and you just, man, these next 2 hours feel like 10 hours for some fucking reason. But for some reason on the weekend, when you're able to chill and just enjoy life, it's already over. You haven't even gotten your energy back yet, and it's ready to Monday again. It's like, oh, it uses time. People are going to call me crazy? Fuck you, people. It slows down time and speeds up time to fucking fuck with people, to loosh feed. You don't think that the simulation can alter time? The way that time is observed by you? It could change shit you remember was one way into a totally different way if it wants. This reality, whatever it is, if it's conscious, it can do anything it wants. Oh yeah, it could definitely do that. It can slow down time to make you suffer more. You experience it every week, trust me. If you paid close attention, you'd understand what I'm talking about. If you paid closer attention, just think about it while you're sitting in the moment. Like, why is it that time seems to slow down when I hate time going slow? Why is it? Why is it that I can have a 4-day weekend because the weekend came up, but I had those 2 off days. I paired them up. I had 4 days off, and it felt like one. I didn't even get anything done. It felt like one. I'm still tired. But man, back on when my Monday comes rolling around, we're back into slow time again.
Yep, putting in old work again. It's like, why does it work that way every time, though? Why didn't this 4-day weekend feel like a month to me? Why didn't this 4-day weekend feel like I got to sleep 20 times, different times, without interruption in those 4 days? I got to get 20 different full body fucking rests. I mean, that's a little overboard. Let's say 10, but 10. But no, that's not the way it works. You say, oh, well, it's the human's fault. They focus on negativity, and there is truth to that. We do. But why? Why would the creator or programmer or script writer or architect of the realm create the human avatar to be that way, to focus on negativity? It's your fault. It's always our fault. But we're made this way. We're made this way. How is it our fault? Our whole upbringing is made us this way. To a degree, our whole existence can't be our fault because it's sort of like predicated on behaviors that brought you up. It's like, I don't know, nothing in this reality makes sense to me. Because you're smoking too much weed. Well, I don't hear anybody else talking about this kind of shit. Or, well, I mean, there's a few. But I'd say if being a stoner has me thinking these type of thoughts, I'd say I'm doing a pretty good fucking job then. I think I need to take another hit, baby. Get my mind right up in this bitch. But, yeah, I'm glad to make a longer video. I'm glad that it's working out. I'm glad that I have the inspiration, the energy to do this. Because I usually don't. I usually don't. But, oh, no, the background just changed. Okay. Man, Microsoft really is something with these backgrounds, bro. There's some conspiracy theorists going on over there. They got a lot of interesting photos. There must be a video or something on YouTube, like Microsoft background photos. And just look at them. You'll see they got a lot of interesting photos in there. But does that say 14 or 24? Where are my motherfucking glasses? I just had my glasses. Bro, did you guys see that new Phil and Samo song? What the fuck? What the fuck? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Give me one sec, guys.